because it's such a fascinating time in college sports right now with the transfer portal, where players who in the past didn't have the option if things weren't going the way they wanted for whatever reason to take the opportunity to make a change in their situation. As a coach, how has it changed things for you? In what ways is the life of a college football coach different based on the fact that players now have a freedom of movement that never existed before?
Well, I think it's going to change football college football in a lot of ways. And I think if you look, the transfer portal is set up for the people that it really benefits. You know, a guy that's been in the program for a couple of years. Hey, I'm going into my senior year, my last year. I'm going to be a backup. I'd love the opportunity to go somewhere and start, go somewhere and play. That's what it's designed for. You know, I think it's going to turn into this kind of, hey, I'm a redshirt freshman. I'm not playing. I don't want to keep working and wait another year or two. You know, like I don't want the Kyle Trask story where I'm going to be a huge success. I just need to move and try something else. And I'm nervous about that, of the development of college players. And I say this to everybody, this will be a really interesting thing. I can tell you this. I think 3 to 4 to 5 years from now, college football will be very, very different than it is today. I don't know if it'll be better or it'll be worse, and I don't know how it's going to be different, but I would feel extremely confident saying it will be very different than it is today. And it's going to be a wild ride over the next couple of years as we all try to figure this out.
Well, what kinds of ways, what specifically do you mean? Like what will be so different that we will have to wait and see if it's better or worse?
Well, I think you have this. I think you have the transfer portal, which is going to are some of the stories of the Kyle Trask going to change? I think in the development of the players is saying, hey, this guy put in his time and he grew within the program. Now he's developed. He got his opportunity. Look at him ready to really burst out onto the scene. I think that could change things. I think it'll change a lot of how recruiting works because instead of signing all the high school guys now, coaches are going to sit there and kind of hold some spots for transfers instead of high school guys. And, you know, you only have so many only so many guys that you can sign in each class, and you're going to sit and hold some of those. You have name, image, and likeness coming on board. And I think that's going to have a very different approach into not what it is meant for, the marketing of these high-end athletes. I do think it'll trickle into recruiting a lot, and I think that'll change some things. So I think all of those aspects of how the game is seen, perceived, and functions on a daily basis will change because of those factors.
That's really interesting. I'm fascinated to hear that, and I look forward to seeing. We'll follow how it goes, and I would love to check in with you every now and again and see seriously, so to get your thoughts on it, because that's an insightful way of looking at it. I get frustrated when I hear coaches just immediately say, "I'm against it. It's bad. My players may leave." That frustrates me because I'm the parent of one college student right now and another who will be in college next fall who aren't athletes in any way because I'm their father. So this doesn't apply to them in any way. But I know that there were, like, for example, my daughter, who's a sophomore in college, several of her best friends from growing up, who are kids I've known since they were 5, they chose a college. They went. It wasn't a good experience for them. They transferred after 1 year. And to me, it seems like there's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with a football player feeling the same way. Although I do see sort of the flip side, the potential negative pitfalls of something like that, Coach. And so that's what I mean. It's very interesting, and I like hearing it from your side of it.
Well, I appreciate it, and it is, and like you said, it is. The transfer portal is meant for. This was a bad. I didn't make the right decision. I came for the wrong reasons. Whatever. Mm-hmm. What you hope as a coach, and I do, and I know you do as a parent, is hey, I'm not a superstar right now, so I got to go somewhere where I can immediately be a superstar. Even though this was a great fit for me, that I'm not leaving. I'm learning to deal with adversity. I'm learning to battle through. One of the great things, the great lesson I think you never learn in the game of football is, it might sound a little barbaric, but you learn it young in high school. I remember the first time it happened. You're a young player, an older guy, you're doing a drill against an older guy, and bam, you get hit. Your helmet's on sideways, snot bubbles are coming out of your nose, your chin strap's unbuttoned, and here you are, this 14 or 15-year-old kid or whatever it is, you're dealing with this for the first time kind of. You have that choice where you can sit there and say, this is not for me. I'm packing it up or heading home or call my mom. I'm out of here. Or I can put my helmet, straighten it back up, tighten up my chin strap, and get there and go again. That's one of the greatest lessons football teaches you in life, when you just get bam, knocked down and your helmet's on sideways. What am I doing? Am I walking off the field and going home, or I buckle it up and I'm going again? Hey, I'm ready for more. Pick myself up and I'm still going. And I think that's one of the lessons. And you hope that it does, the transfer portal, it doesn't make things easy. You know, success is not easy in life. Success is a grind. I mean, I'm sure, and you know this in your profession, you didn't end up where you are today, day one. You had to build up, you had to grind, you had to battle the ups and downs. And football teaches you so many of those life lessons. I just hope we don't make it easier for guys to kind of look for the easier path instead of fighting through the tougher path, and that the transfer portal is used the right way for what it's for.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.